Continuing our First Alert weather team coverage, we go to First Alert meteorologist Alexa Minton, who is live for us in the Hamburg neighborhood in Lexington.
Yeah, Alexa, we know that folks, they're bracing for these storms tonight. I can hear the wind out there. What's it like and what are the conditions we're talking about right now for folks?
Well, right now, Amber, what we're looking at is definitely some stronger wind gusts. I know Chris was just talking about those winds ahead of the thunderstorms. It hasn't quite started raining here yet, but let me tell you, some of these clouds around me are certainly looking ominous. It feels like it's about to rain in our area, and we've got those winds gusting pretty strong all throughout our area. Now, these storms that we're going to see throughout parts of the overnight are typical this time of year due to Kentucky's severe weather season, but I know a lot of Kentuckians are certainly feeling some fatigue after rounds of active weather already throughout this first quarter of 2025. I got the chance to speak with Katelyn Arvin earlier today with Baptist Health Richmond and talk a little bit more about the connection between severe weather and folks' stress.
Weather can have implications on our physical and psychological health.
When it comes to inclement weather, Kentuckians have truly seen it all, with many being able to cite a specific storm or weather event that has impacted their life.
If we've been through a particular storm or a series of weather events that have created either a trauma response or have heightened our anxiety, it's kind of the anticipation of the weather and what it's going to do and how we're going to experience it.
The CDC states that following disastrous weather, mental health problems can increase, such as anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder. And researchers in the UK also found specifically that weather-related mental health problems were linked to displacement or loss of sense of place and home, all feelings that could be brought back up by upcoming forecasted severe weather activity.
It could be racing winds that would be like rattling trees, thunder. It could be lightning causing that sensory input. All these different things that are sensory based may trigger that kind of an anxiety response.
And while we can't control our weather, we can prepare. If you feel excess stress and anxiety ahead of severe weather events, Arvin recommends finding ways to ground yourself mentally ahead of storms.
Whether someone's going through this anxiety individually or we're going to experience it collectively as a state, one thing that I love about Kentucky is our resilience and our sense of community. There's lots of resources out there, and we will see this through together.
Well, folks, what we really are going to notice throughout the overnight is, again, as these storms roll through, Katelyn and I talked about how it's going to be important to maybe reach out to your loved ones. That's something simple you can do. I know I usually, if there's thunderstorms going through Ohio, I'll call my Mima up and talk to her about it. And it's certainly rolling in strong here. We've got the rustling trees and some really strong winds. So go ahead and reach out, make sure your family is prepared for some active weather, and then check back in after those storms pass throughout parts of the overnight. But for now, live in Hamburg, tracking these strong winds, I'm First Alert meteorologist Alexa Minton. Back to you guys.
All right, some good advice for all of us.
It's interesting that we do all experience it together.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember, you can always stay weather aware with the WKYT First Alert weather app. All you have to do is scan the QR code that you see there on the screen to download it. You can get the latest conditions and weather alerts sent right to your phone.